Well, thousands of previously classified documents regarding UFOs have now been released to the public. And some of the stories include alien abductions, electrical paralysis, and even sexual encounters.
Yeah, just some bizarre stuff.
Aliens don't come in peace. Maybe they do. A former Pentagon official now revealing the UFO encounters have resulted in mysterious injuries to witnesses, including, but not limited to, unexplained burns and electrical shocks. In some cases, he says aliens were potentially connected to human pregnancies. Oh, Brittany, we love you, girl. All right. So are the aliens already here, and are they invading our bodies? Night is young.
Fox 35's William Lajeunesse has the shocking details from this 1,500-page report.
Pilots tracking unidentified objects, balls of light suspended over the ocean, UFOs chasing warships, all part of a growing body of sightings of UAPs or unidentified aerial phenomena.
My gosh, they're all going against the wind. The wind's 120 knots from the west.
Now comes something even more explosive, a 1,500-page Pentagon report.
Okay, well, a lot to unpack here. First and foremost, what you're referring to was a recent Freedom of Information Act data dump by the U.S. government. And what you're referring to specifically was one of the, if you will, studies done by the Defense Intelligence Agency known as a DIRD, or a Defense Intelligence Reference Document. In essence, a study. And one of those studies was on the biological consequences of individuals, people, biological organisms, coming perhaps too close and too personal with an unidentified aerial phenomenon, UAP. So that is true. That information was released by our intelligence community and provided to the American people. There were several of these FOIAs that came out, and I think if the American people took a moment to read some of them, I think they'd find some of these reports are frankly outstanding.
This is the most haunting of all the reports from my perspective, because it shows immunological deficiency. It shows altering human DNA. It shows degradation on a cellular level.
Prepared in 2010 by the Pentagon's secret Advanced Aerospace Weapons Program, the report was released only after a Freedom of Information request. It found sufficient incidents, accidents have been accurately reported, and medical data acquired as to support a hypothesis that some advanced systems are already deployed and opaque to full U.S. understandings.
This is from within the documents themselves.
We discussed this last time a little bit, didn't we? We hinted towards it, and that was when individuals, fighter pilots, in some cases, came too close to UAP, they experienced negative consequences. It looked like what was referred to as a sunburn. And in reality, what we think was exposure to some sort of radiation, high frequency radiation. And interestingly enough, as those pilots got closer and closer, they started to experience internal organ damage as well, and specific morphology in the human brain that can then be looked at both before and after, and you can compare and contrast and say, yeah, this person has sustained some sort of, if you will, injury that is consistent with some sort of directed energy.
So what's next? While this program ended in 2010, Corbell says the Pentagon continues to study UFOs, and more military videos and documents are likely to be released this year. No response from the Pentagon.
We're talking about an area where there is intervention with the human being on such a level that it's beyond just negative health effects. Some of this stuff is really bizarre.